Third meeting of the season between these two teams. Caps won here, Rangers won at home in the shootout. Henrik Lundqvist makes the start, 10-3-2. Goals against average and even two-save percentage, .933. And only the goalie keeps rolling along. He's playing well. He's in great shape, John. He says he's worked on his lower body just to strengthen the movements, and he feels great.
Says he wants to play at least 2 more years. There was thoughts that he would leave once he became a free agent as Kerry Fraser and Craig Spada get ready to go to work. But he thinks this team is such a good young team that in 2 years they're going to be a really good hockey club, and he just may want to play even longer.
Ovechkin brought it in. That shot is a save by Chris Clark, taking a hard shot after Ovechkin fanned on his. Rangers opening up with Blair Betts, Jason Ward, and Billy Nieminen. And there's an offside. Fedor Tutin and Jason Strudwick on defense.
Yeah, Rangers make a quick change on the blue line. That didn't take long for a shot, did it, Sam? But that was a good shot off the draw. A loose puck. The Rangers thought they had it, but the Caps hustle led by Ovechkin. And his shot was blocked, and then there's a screen shot right off the chest of Lundqvist. Gets Lundqvist into the game early, and Washington will play hard, folks. They don't score many goals. Their power play is ranked 29th, but be ready for a game right off the hop. They'll be in your face.
Marek Malik and Michael Rozabal on defense now. And Rozabal back to play the puck. Then is Zubris number 9. Alexander Ovechkin is number 8. And Chris Clark number 17. Brendan Witt, the veteran defenseman, number 19, swings it around to Steve Eminger, number 44. That pass goes wide of the crease. Touch up for icing on the Caps. We're still in the opening minute of play.
For the Darius Kasparaitis New York Rangers, they will not have Holwig in the lineup tonight. And the thing about Holwig when he's in the lineup is that when you need energy for a shift here and there, he can provide it. So the Rangers themselves have to find other people for Tom Renney and his club. And by the way, they're 8-5-1 on the road this season, which is very respectable.
Puck up the boards, and the Caps come out with it. Rangers bring on Maxim Kondratyev and Darius Kasparaitis with a line of Nylander, Straka, and Jagr.
And right now, Ovechkin a bit on the ice. They change on the fly as they want to get a different line to play against Jaromir Jagr.
Ivan Majewski, number 23, goes back and a touch for icing, and we get yet another whistle. So a kind of a choppy start to the game.
Yes. This keeps up, we'll have 70 faceoffs. Generally, a good game in this NHL today is around 50, 53 faceoffs in a game. That's dropped dramatically since last was hockey 2 seasons ago.
Budweiser salutes America's designated drivers. Responsibility matters. From all of us at MSG, best of the holiday season. Jagr playing it back to Kondratyev. Kondratyev moves it around to Kasparaitis, and the boos have started as Jaromir Jagr touched the puck. Kasparaitis lost the puck, and that shot is stopped. Ryan Sotheby, number 16. Ben Clymer, number 27, was tangled up with Kasparaitis. They finally get untangled. Meanwhile, Straka moves it ahead.
Well, let's see if this line for Washington is the line that plays against the Jagr-Nylander-Straka unit a lot as this game moves along. And, of course, that's centered by Brian Sotheby.
With Bradley and Clymer, they've gone off. Rangers have Ruchin, Hossa, and Nieminen. Martin Ruchinski is scratched from the lineup, skated this morning. Brian Wilsey with a shot, good save, and Lundqvist, that was a hard shot. Lundqvist fell down afterwards. Here's Ruchin. Caps aggressive start. Rangers very sluggish so far.
A couple of turnovers already in the neutral zone. Rangers not skating like they normally do. And Washington is.
Strudwick took a hit. And the Caps keep it in deep. Now Tutin goes after it. He's beaten to it. Here's Brian Wilsey, number 24, with the puck. And staying with him was Ruchin. The puck goes all the way through. Matt Pettinger, number 18. Puck worked around near side. That shot goes wide.
Caps keep this up. They'll draw a power play.
Graham Mink just called up from Portland. That shot knocked down by Lundqvist. Mink from Stowe, Vermont. Played 3 years at the University of Vermont. Just called up today. It's his 3rd NHL game, first this season.
Great skier. He's a great skier. I'm assuming. I have no idea. But don't they have good skiing?
That's right. They have very good skiing in Stowe.
You know, was a good skier is Lundqvist. His father taught skiing.
Really?
Yeah. He can do it all.
Might have to
rock and
visit
roll
him.
band, skier, you name it, he does it.
Steve Eminger with the outlet pass. Deflected away. Good play by the Rangers. Here's Colton Orr shooting his Rangers debut. Number 28, Colton Orr, a native of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Played 20 games this season with the Boston Bruins. He is a tough guy in those 20 games, 27 penalty minutes.
Here's one of the turnovers we're talking about as we look at the Panasonic digital replay. Right through the middle, puck turned over. And that was that shot by Wilsey that you were talking about. It was low and it was accurate. The shot so far been from the outside. Orr took that shot and then Witt got the arms up on him. They had a little chat, but nothing developed. That was the Panasonic digital replay. Panasonic, ideas for life.
Here's Ovechkin moving in, and his shot went wide. Ovechkin with 15 goals this season. Blair Betts, a good hit by Chris Clark on Kasparaitis. Dinas Zubris winds it around. And it's played by Kondrachev to Ward. No score in the game. A little over 4 minutes gone by. Betts after the puck. It's swept away from him by Witt on goal. And Kolzig moved it. Good play for the Rangers to keep it in. Betts with a shot. That was Pruka who forced the turnover. Caps move out with it. Zubris brings it across. Flying drop pass. Turned the other way. Here's Pruka against two Caps defensemen. And behind the play, Strudwick is pushing and shoving, and the gloves dropped with Chris Clark. Oh boy.
I didn't see how this one started. The whistle sounded. I think the Rangers may have had too many men on the ice, Sam. Strudwick has thrown about 45 short rights.
He's hitting a lot of helmet, though. And here's Clark coming back. And Strudwick's helmet got knocked back.
Helmet? Does he have Strudwick's hair or his helmet? He's trying to rip the helmet off. That's a different way. It's hard to punch a guy when you're pushing his head away from your body. Now they're worn out now. That was well behind the play. And they got pushing and shoving, so I think this one's just going to start to heat up. You know, I saw the first game here in Washington, the Caps won 3-2, and it was a rough one. In the second game, it was on the lower left side, the two of them. See the helmet of Strudwick is back. He finally straightens it out. And then they have a few words. Now, what was the original penalty? That's what I'm not sure of. As Pruka there had the collision with the defenseman.
That was Majewski.
He was a big guy. Well, maybe there wasn't an original. I thought I saw 6 Rangers on the ice. I counted them. And there was a whistle that had sounded. The referee behind the play had his arm up, so maybe he was calling the play on the two players who ended up having the fight.
And it must have been, because there's nothing other than the 5-minute majors for fighting. It's still 5 aside.
Maybe the whistle
skating on the ice.
I'm not sure why the whistle sounded then.
Still at full strength on the ice. Long shot was knocked away by Kolzig. And played around to the near side. Take it away. Yager drives to the net and is stopped. Roosevelt with a wrister that's blocked in front and cleared out of the zone.
How about Roosevelt's plus minus?
On the road, plus 10. At home, he's a -1. On the road, he's a plus 10.
That's a pretty good number.
Roosevelt brings it across. He takes a hard hit and bounces off the hit by Sean Morrison. Morrison's got the puck. Yager trying to knock it away, and it deflected off the Rangers bench. 5:08 gone by.
Try and figure out how many. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Rangers there plus the goaltender, so that's okay. And that was when Pruka started to head up the ice. And there was another player that was coming off the bench right now as Ward was headed across.
So a little too soon.
Yeah, I think so.
Change.
Yeah, I think so.
But not detected by the officials, and no call. No score in the game as Steve Ruchin moves in. His shot went off of Jamie Heward and off the netting, and play stops.
So a couple of constants as this game starts. When the Yager line with Nylander and Straka's on the ice, twice now at even strength. Brian Sotheby's line's been against them. Steve Ruchin coming back after missing a full week because of a muscle problem, not a joint problem, a muscle problem. Said he really felt good in the last game against Pittsburgh, his first game back, and maybe he feels he's got more jump in his legs as there's another icing call here. This is a very slow start.
The guy I'm a little concerned about is Martin Ruchinski. I thought he was skating okay, but he said he was skating in some pain the other night and skated this morning. Says it doesn't feel 100%. He's kind of pulling back a little bit.
He knows his own body.
Yeah.
And if you're fearful that you may extend the injury, what's the sense? What's the sense of it? It's like Tom Pody with the groin injury, and he did skate today, may be ready for Monday.
Yeah, he's getting close.
Yeah, but you can't extend that by going out there and creating a real bad problem with a groin injury.
And Kevin Weeks is also getting close. He skated this morning, took shots, still a little soreness in the ankle. We'll see with the intercept of the Hossa pass. And the lead ahead is dumped in by Matt Pettinger. Played by Ville Nieminen. No score in the game, nearly 6 minutes gone by. Kondrachev skates behind the net, plays to Marcel Hossa. Marcel claims that I called him Marion the other night, which I don't know if it's a bad thing. It's his brother. He likes his brother.
Who told you that? Your wife? Wrong about Marion. He let me know that.
So I promised him it'll always be Marcel. Good intercept by Dominic Moore. Fires from a sharp angle all the way through. Roosevelt couldn't keep it in the zone. Played it back to Ortmeyer. So Holwig and Ruchinski came out of the lineup. Ortmeyer, who's back from Nebraska, where he got caught in a blizzard when he was attending his grandmother's funeral, is back skating well. Ortmeyer back in the lineup, and Colton Orr making his Rangers debut.
That's his second shift now that he's had. He's averaged under 2 minutes a game, the games he played in for Boston. So we'll have to see how his conditioning level is if he plays, into that 10, 12-minute range.
Well, Tom Rennie, his expectations, he wants to play 4 lines. Zubris moves in. Nice poke check on the play by Tootin.
Zubris did not play in New York the last time Washington was there 2 games ago.
There's Prukov, the pass by Ward. Ward goes to the net. He was picked off on the play. Ward sends it around to Pruka. Pruka tied up in the corner. Now it's Ward looking for the puck, and it's moved out by the Caps. Good play by Zubris to move it out of the zone. Tipped back, Ovechkin after it. Roosevelt there. Oh, big hit. Oh, you can hear the fans react on the hit by Ovechkin. He's a complete player. He plays a physical game, and as Glenn Hanlon said during the pregame show, he likens him to Mark Messier, the full team player.
One thing he doesn't do is kill penalties. They don't want him killing penalties. They want him to save his energy to try to score goals at even strength or on the power play.
There's Ovechkin battling Straka. Controls, fires in, intercepted. Kasparaitis turns it quickly to Straka. Straka moves in. Checked by Majewski. Now Morrison goes over for Washington. It's taken away and moved up. Bradley's pass comes back in the zone and is played by Majewski. Now it's Sean Morrison. 8:20 gone by, first period, no score as Lundqvist sends it around, knocked down, long shot. Was blockered away by Lundqvist. And now it's Kondrachev, good pass. Ruchin across. Now it's Yager. Hearing the boost, good play on defense by Sean Morrison. Roosevelt takes over. Caps are changing, lead pass for Ruchin, offside is whistled. 11:16 to go in the first, no score.
First big hit as a Ranger. Colton Orr, man, did he come in and nail somebody, and Roosevelt got it from Ovechkin. They've had some very solid hitting, and the referees are letting them hit. Maybe that's the way you got to love it. If there's hooking and holding, call it. If they're going to hit, let them hit.
Face-off win by Jeff Halpern, fired in by Jamie Heward. Off of Roosevelt's stick, and Ruchin plays it back to Tootin. See the hitting already, Caps with 8, Rangers 5. Roosevelt's pass tipped in by Marcel Hossa. Nieminen tried to get to it, was moved around and out, and this will be an icing on the Caps. No, waved off. Tootin, double team, and it's cleared out by Roosevelt. This is Tootin and Roosevelt paired on defense here, John.
Yeah, I'll watch. Tootin usually, well, Scud was in the box for the fighting major. That's
okay, all right, so they're rotating the 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Puck around the boards. Mink takes a hit but clears the zone. Kasparaitis is there, moving in deep. Kasparaitis with the shove on Brooks Lights, number 21. Long shot, knocked down, scrambling play in front, kept in by Brendan Witt. Chip to Like, saved by Lundqvist, cleared aside by Kasparaitis. Graham Mink after the puck behind the net. He goes down with Kondrachev. Like took it away. And Ortmeyer fires it out of the zone.
Shots are 5-3 in favor of Washington. All of Washington's shots from the outside, and the Rangers of their three have not had a good one yet.
That was a strong shift by Washington's fourth line. Here's Malik on now with Roosevelt. 9:45 to go in the first period. No score in the game. Caps with 5 shots on goal. Rangers only 3. Betts playing it down the boards. Ward goes to it against Jamie Heward. Ward with a hit. Puck moved up the boards and kept in by Pruka. Nice play. Pruka gets loose and he shoots. Save made by Kolzig. Nice play by Peter Pruka. A hit along the boards by Betts. Ovechkin moves in on Malik, and Malik used the reach well. Set up in front, save made. Oh, good play by Ovechkin on the setup in front to Matt Bradley. Bradley with a hit on Malik. Here comes Zubris for the puck. Now it's Ovechkin with a pass that's tipped, and the Rangers regroup in their own zone. Roosevelt holds, Caps change. Well, they go hard, John, on each shift. Nylander plays it to Jagr. Long pass tipped ahead, swept away. Nylander played here in Washington for a little over a year. Had 17 goals one season after being traded to the Caps. Following season got injured, and the Caps moved him after he recovered to Boston.
Caps line's a little out of sync because of the fighting major to Clark.
No score in the game as Nylander played it to Kasparaitis. Majewski goes over to take over for Washington. Morrison moves it out. And the Rangers chase back. Malik looks around. I like these little moments of fame, Marek Malik. You know, front row seats to the Knick game. And Jagr was funny, but Malik's a serious player. Oh, there's a takeaway. Ovechkin scores! Sloppy play by the Rangers in their own zone, and Ovechkin with his first goal in the last 7 games.
It was Ville Nieminen who had the puck. He got way too fancy. And then when Ovechkin scored, it was off the goalpost. Malik was waiting because Roosevelt had just come on the ice. There's the pass, and there's the bad play. Tried to go up the middle to his forward line mate, did Ville Nieminen, and who's there but Ovechkin. Nieminen wanted the puck, got it. He gave his defenseman a good out, and then he went up the middle instead of up off the boards as he tried to hit Ruchin, and that was a perfect shot. Ovechkin shot off the goalpost. Sam, Lundqvist told me, he says, you know, Ovechkin, one thing about him, when he shoots, even when the puck's rolling or if it's tight to his feet, he still gets a huge amount of velocity on his shot. The puck was rolling, and he had to reach back for it, and he still nailed it off the goalpost. It was a great shot, but a bad goal because of the play by Nieminen, and now the Rangers take a penalty.
7:30 to go in the first.
That's Michael Roosevelt. Watch what happens when the puck comes back towards him. He'll try to hold it in the zone, and sure enough, it bounces right over his blade. Now he's in trouble, so he reaches out. Kerry Fraser made a good call. He had no choice but to call that. First power play of the game goes to Washington, who have just scored for a 1-0 lead.
Roosevelt for interference at 12:30. First power play of the game is Jeff Halpern, number 11, with the puck. Rangers are second in the league in penalty killing. Ryan Muir, number 47, and Jamie Heward, number 6, at the points. Halpern with the puck against Dominic Moore and Jason Strudwick. Strudwick back from the 5-minute major for fighting with Chris Clark. The goal for Washington, Ovechkin is 16th, unassisted at 12:11. Good clear. Muir with the puck has Andrew Castles, Alex Ovechkin, and Jeff Halpern for the power play. Malik is on with Kasparaitis. Rangers get control. Ward, nice pass to Betts. Betts joined by Kasparaitis, 2-on-1. Betts moves in. Shoot, save made by Kolzig.
He's so big, he just had to make sure he closed up the legs. Made a good save. Rangers looking for their second shorthanded goal.
Ward scored shorthanded last week against Washington. It's Jamie Heward. Blocked by Malik at the line. Good play. Malik controls, waits, and sends it down. 45 seconds to go on the penalty to Michael Roosevelt. 6:10 to go in the first period. Caps with a 1-0 lead. Dinah Zubris sends it in. Zubris on with Clark and Wilsey up front. Eminger and Morrison at the points. Rangers have Ruchin and Nieminen, Strudwick and Tootin. This is Eminger. Now Morrison. Toward the net. Blocked by Tootin. Battles Wilsey. Gets help as it's cleared. Eminger. And now it's Sean Morrison bringing it in against Malik. Malik gets the stick into the midsection and rides Morrison to the board. Zubris, good play. Got it to Clark. Knocked away by Ortmeyer. Teams are back at full strength. 3-on-2 across. Moore. Shoot, save made. Moore trying to center. Ortmeyer trying to stuff it in. Denied. Oh, and only Kolzig swung his stick.
And Eminger a big swipe with his right hand. The players were jamming at Kolzig, Moore and Ortmeyer, and they got fired up. Here's a look at the Panasonic digital replay. Moore's shot, and then you're going to see the Rangers, Ortmeyer. The puck was loose the whole time. And then you see Kolzig with the slash and Eminger with the punch. See, the puck's loose. Well, here comes a stick and a punch. Yet no penalties called, and they should have given Kolzig a minor for slashing. That was the Panasonic digital replay. Ideas for life.
Back the other way. Graham Mink with a shot. Tough save made. And a good one by Lundqvist. 1-0 Washington. 5 minutes to go in the first period.
Well, if you play Washington as a goaltender, you have to practice shots from the angles. Every shot's from the walls. They don't make any fancy plays. They just like to shoot.
Ortmeyer dumps it in. One thing the Caps have done in this game thus far is stay out of the penalty box.
Yeah.
They're a team that normally takes a lot of, or has this season, taken a lot of penalties.
Should have had a minor there at the goal net a moment ago, shouldn't they?
I believe so, John. I was surprised there wasn't a call on that. Nylander moves it. Here comes Jagr. The crowd really after him. Jagr against Morrison. Double team now. And a good job by the Caps to take it away. That was Sotheby helping out. Taken back. Nylander to Straka. Tries to get it to Jagr. It's knocked away by Matt Bradley. Majewski moves it. And it's brought out by Ben Clymer. All the way down. Icing waved off. Good hustle by the Caps. Here's a pass that was tipped. Otherwise, there was an open man in Muir. Muir winds and a shot blocked by Roosevelt. Roosevelt tipped the pass initially. Ward sends it in. Rangers complete a line change. Jamie Heward to Brian Muir. Long pass to Alex Ovechkin. Zubris moves in and he's forced back. Got a shot up. He scores. What a play by Dinah Zubris. It looked like he was denied, and then he quickly spun around and fired it by Lundqvist. It's 2-0 Washington.
Now the Rangers had the puck, and they were heading into the other team's zone. Then the Caps set up, and then it was a beautiful wide pass there that set it up, Sam. And I think on this play, Zubris fooled Lundqvist, who was down and up and then didn't get back down in time. Either that or he has to do one of two things, either stand up or go down. And you're going to see no shot, so he got back up, and then on his way down, the puck went under him. He didn't think, okay, no shot, I can relax and get ready. And Zubris just showed quickness. They don't pass the puck in the zone, they just shoot at the net. Every single shot's been from the bad angles without making fancy passes. And that's one that Lundqvist would be responsible for. 2-0 Washington. They've played very well this first period.
Very strong period for the Caps. Colton Orr is on the ice, along with Moore and Ortmeyer.
Ortmeyer playing left wing because Orr has to play the right side.
Moore moves in and shoots wide around the boards. Strudwick. Muir takes it back, fires it off the glass. And he's cleared out by Brooks Light. By Tootin to Orr. And swept in by Moore. 3 minutes to go, first period. Ovechkin with a goal and an assist in the game. Nylander brings it in, works his way deep. A collision with Brian Sotheby.
That line against the Jagr unit again.
Jagr shoots from a sharp angle, deflected wide. Kasparaitis toward the net, blocked by Heward. And Heward lifts it out. And it rolls all the way back, played by Kondratyev. Jagr Got it ahead. Nylander drops it to Straka. Straka moves in deep. Straka around the net, tapped away by Morrison. He's double teamed. Rangers take it back. Jágr couldn't get to the net. Good job by the Caps of bottling him up. Usually two men around him. Kasparaitis with a hit on Matt Pettinger.
Puck went into the Rangers bench.
Jaromir Jágr out of our quote book. They didn't let you play the way you wanted. This is the way when he was in Washington. Of course, you're not going to play the same. I was so used to something in Pittsburgh, and I didn't get it. I was trying to fight for it, and then I gave up on why things went bad in Washington for him.
That's because he had played one way in Pittsburgh for so long. And then when he came to Washington, and it did work early, and then it faded late, and he needed a change. Joe Thornton needed a change.
Halpern toward the net, wide. Chip clear, and Ruchin gets to it. Ruchin takes a hit from Steve Eminger. Nieminen with a shot high. Kept in by Roosevelt, blocked out of the zone by Matt Bradley. Caps playing very well. They've started off skating well. They've been physical and forced the Rangers into turnovers.
Too many men on the ice. Washington, Ovechkin came on way too early. He came on too early, played the puck with his leg. His teammate had not gotten to the bench. I see him look around. This will be too many men on the ice this time. I think I have it right this time. The Ovechkin talking to his line mates there. He jumped on too early. Zuber is probably explaining it to him.
So the Rangers will get their first power play of the game.
Well, they could use something here. 1:33 to go in the period. They have not had, other than Pruka's fairly long shot from the angle above the circle, have not had a quality scoring chance on Olaf Kolzig this period.
And United Rentals presents this power play. Jaromir Jágr leading the NHL with 11 power play goals. Jágr got taken down by Brendan Witt. Moves the puck. Pruka with a shot. Save, and Kolzig dives on top. Want to go back to the Zubris goal for a second, John? That was his first goal since October the 16th. He had missed 7 games
with a groin injury.
With an injury. Yeah. This is his second game back. But a long time between goals for Zubris.
See if he wins the draw. Zubris against Nylander. Zubris was 16-3 the other night in Florida. Nylander chased.
Pruka comes in.
Yeah, Pruka wouldn't surprise me. He wins. I mean, nothing phases this kid. Oh, Zubris, he looked like a pro there, didn't he? He looked like a real smart face-off man. Took advantage of the rookie winger and won it clean.
Straka and Roosevelt play the points. Jágr, Pruka, and Nylander up front. Under a minute to go in the first period. Caps with a 2-0 lead. Roosevelt. Caps are 29th in the NHL in penalty killing. Straka moves down, pass tipped. Rangers are 18th on the power play.
Caps specialty teams, Sam, are much better at home than they are on the road. Way better at home than they are on the road. So don't underestimate them here in Washington.
Jágr along the boards. Nylander. Rangers rotate, but that pass off the stick of Roosevelt is out of the zone.
Caps penalty killing. 13th at home, 29th on the road.
Big change. Here's Jágr moving in. Shot went off the defenseman, Brendan Witt. Pruka tried to get it to Jágr. Heward takes it away, fires it off the glass. Good keep in by Teuton. Now it's Straka. 8 seconds in the period. Teuton from the point. Save Kolzig, no rebound.
Yeah, it forces a face-off play. At least 4.2 seconds left in the period. And I know that Sam Rosen would really want the Rangers to pull Lundqvist to have an extra attacker for 4.2 seconds.
4.2?
You know, I think it was timed. It takes, I got to remember now, Roger Nielsen did it with Wayne Cashman.
I think.
During practice, they went and timed it. It was, I think, the high threes, 3.8 or something. If a guy wins the draw and blasts the puck down.
I thought it was in the threes somewhere, too.
High threes, I think.
Tom Reddy
didn't listen to Sam.
Kept the goalie in. Period ends. Power play will carry over into the second period. 27 seconds worth. But that was a good first period for the Washington Capitals. Dainis Zubris scored the second goal. Alex Ovechkin got the first. And the Caps take a 2-0 lead.
You know, the Rangers were credited with 10 shots, Washington 9. But of the 10, maybe one real good one on Olaf Kolzig. That was about it. I didn't think the Rangers skated well. Washington had their legs. They took the body, and one of the two bad goals was a sneaky one on Lundqvist that he'll feel responsible for.
Well, fans, now two great games come together on MSG for the PokerRoom.tv shootout. Want to play? Go to MSGNetwork.com to enter, then prepare to face your fellow fans on the ice for a winner-take-all shootout. Go to MSGNetwork.com to play the PokerRoom.tv shootout. Sloppy first period for the Rangers. And let's see what the assistant coach of the Rangers, Mike Polino, thinks. Mike, we thought it was a sloppy period. You tell us what went wrong for the Rangers.
I think Washington came out pretty hard. I don't know if a lot of things went wrong for us. We just have to get some shots to the net, and I think we'll be okay.
Mike, when you go in after a period where you're down 2-0 on the road, do the players figure it out themselves, or do you guys try to? I mean, their defensemen are standing up. They're taking the body all over the place. Anything that you can say, okay, guys, here we go.
Yeah, exactly. But first of all, we've got good players. They're going to respond to this. And then as far as our instructions go, we're going to tell our guys to continue to get the puck deep. If we can get on the forecheck, that'll be our bread and butter. Then we can take the puck to the net and try to exploit Kolzig.
Mike, thanks for joining us. Good luck to the second period and the rest of the way.
Thanks, guys. You too.
Mike Polino, Rangers assistant coach. Rangers trail the Caps 2-0, end of one. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Washington, D.C. New York Rangers hockey is brought to you in part by Continental Airlines, official airline of the New York Rangers. Continental Airlines, work hard, fly right. And by Panasonic, ideas for life. Caps 2, Rangers 0, end of the first. Colton Orr making his Rangers debut. Colton, welcome, and how did it feel being out there in a Rangers uniform, first time?
Oh, it was great. It's great to be with the organization. Just glad to be out there and to move on in my career.
Two-part question for you, Colton. Were you, growing up in the Boston organization, were you shocked, and what was your feeling about the trade? And second of all, tell the fans what your game's about. We all know that you can drop the gloves and go, but more to your game than that?
Well, I was a little surprised, what happened in Boston there, put on waivers, but glad to be here now. And, my game is just to play hard and look out for my teammates and be well defensive and just all around checker and get to net and stuff.
What do you have to work on right now as you adapt to a new team?
I just got to keep it simple and work on my skating, stick handling, just be well defensively and do whatever I can for the team.
Welcome to the Rangers. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Colton Orr joining the New York Rangers. Rangers acquiring him off waivers from the Boston Bruins, making his Rangers debut tonight. Sports Desk is up next.
Hello friends, Gary Apple back at our MSG studios. We're back down to the MCI Center in a moment, but first they played matinee hockey at the Meadowlands. The Devils and the Wild went to a shootout before they finally crowned a winner in Victor Kozlov, coming up very big for the Devils. He scored late in the third period to send it to the overtime of the shootout period, and he beats Manny Fernandez, and the rest was up to Martin Brodeur, and he came up huge, stopping Marian Gaborik. He stopped all three shots by the Wild. John McLean filling in for Larry Robinson as the Devils get the win 3-2. They are now 2-1 in shootouts this year. We are back down to the nation's capital and a look ahead to what's coming up on Sports Desk after this. Following the Rangers and the Caps, John Giannone at the Sports Desk will have complete post-game coverage, plus a preview of the Giants and the Cowboys, Army against Navy, and man, what a performance by USC's Reggie Bush. It's all ahead following hockey. Sam and JD after this.
Welcome back to the MCI Center in Washington, D.C. Sam Rosen, John Davidson, and the MSG crew. The Jeep Intermission Report continues. Take a look at some highlights here, John.
Well, the highlights that were for Washington. Malik with a good pass to Niemanen, and then the arm of Ovechkin, and the turnover created as Niemanen tried to be fancy with a puck through the middle. Ovechkin's first goal in 7 games. Another look at it. Go against the boards. Instead, he tried to go through the middle. Ovechkin made him pay with a beautiful shot. Blown off the goalpost for Ovechkin. It was goal number 16 on the season. And then the Rangers, as you'll see here, look to be defending this play pretty well. And this is one that Lundqvist will take responsibility for. As Zubris just tried the old 360, almost behind the goal line, and it caught the Rangers goaltender by surprise. He was down waiting for the shot, and then was not expecting it. Got back up, but Zubris fooled him. 2-0 Washington through one period.
Rangers need to raise their level of play in the second period. We'll be back with all the action and the trivia question in a moment. Welcome back to Washington, to New York Rangers hockey, brought to you in part by American Express. My life, my card. Sometimes it's John's card, too. And by Canon, your source for document management. Sam, JD, and the MSG crew, not far from the nation's capital. And now it's trivia time, my man.
It really is.
5 big points.
Oh, baby.
Capitals are one of 6 teams without a current player who once played for the Rangers. Name the other 5 teams. 5 big points. 5 teams without a current player who once played for the Rangers.
Who once played for the Rangers.
Okay. Glenn Hanlon once played for the Rangers.
Yeah, a current player.
5 teams.
Who once played for the Rangers, so that you couldn't be in the organization. You had to actually play for the Rangers.
Oh, boy.
Like Nashville has Zidlitsky, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But he never played.
I don't think he played for the Rangers. No.
5 of them. Worth 5 big points. Oh, baby. Sam, good luck with the play-by-play. I'm going to go try to figure this out.
I'm writing them down right now as we speak. All right, here's what's coming up for the Rangers. Monday night at home against Minnesota. Minnesota lost a tough one in a shootout to the Devils today, 3-2. Minnesota, second best in the league goals against average. At Chicago Wednesday night, that's on Fox FSN. And then Thursday night on MSG in Nashville.
Minnesota has Marian Gaborik back. Tremendous skating forward. And, of course, they're always stingy defensively with 2 very good goaltenders.
Manny Fernandez, very good.
And Dwayne Rollison, both of them very, very good. And I understand that Marty Brodeur was outstanding this afternoon.
Super, John. I listened to a lot of that game, and he was the reason that the Devils stayed in the game and came back, tied it late on a goal by Kozlov and won it in the shootout.
You know something you can get? You can get an apparatus that you can hook up to your cable system at home.
Yeah.
And then go on the road with your own private computer. And if you have the speed dial-up, high-speed hookup, you can watch games on the road.
Really?
You can even click and change channels.
You have it yet?
I've got it, but I don't know how to hook it up. I've had it for 2 weeks. Gotta find somebody.
Final seconds, Rangers power play. They missed connection on that pass. That'll do it. Teams are back at full strength. Rangers 0 for 1 on the power play in the game. Caps with a 2-0 lead. Roosevelt shoots in. Kolzig stops it behind the net. Around the glass by Yager all the way out. Roosevelt there to play it. Roosevelt with Tutin. Straka, Betts, and Ward. Betts, sharp angle shot, stop. Tutin fires into the corner. Down comes Peter Pruka. 2 men slam into him, led by Diamond Zubris. And the puck deflects into the Rangers bench. Well, fans get the Rangers Blue Plate Special. This one too good to pass up. You buy a Rangers ticket for select games at the Garden and receive a free food voucher. Blue Plate Special tickets start at $27. To purchase, visit NewYorkRangers.com or call Ticketmaster 212-307-7171. Pretty good deal. Kuka with pressure. Good effort by him. Puck around the board. Tutin stepped up to keep it in. Brendan Witt. And across to Steve Eminger. Caps have some good young players. They work very hard under Glenn Hanlon. They just haven't had many results.
The Pruka work. He's had a good shift here. He doesn't get outworked very often, even though sometimes he's smaller than the other team's player. This is a better shift for the Rangers.
Ward, almost took it away. Then it's fired out by Eminger.
There's a better forecheck shift. Didn't allow Washington just to march out of their own zone unimpeded.
Rangers regroup. Kasparaitis for Nieminen. Tipped into the zone. Hossa going for it. Hossa controls. Check there by Jeff Halpern. Ruchin for Hossa off his stick. And the Caps bring it out. Pettinger has it knocked away by Lundqvist. Game like this with Buchinski out of the lineup, Rangers need to find some offense. Yager is being checked very closely.
Their line, well, include Straka and Nylander on that line too. It's that line centered by Sotheby. It's hard on the road, Sam, with the way the game's played today, to really match and get away from matchups on the road. It's easier at home, tough on the road.
Ortmeyer bumped into Muir. Moore winds and fires, and it was blocked. Moore took a hit along the boards from Jamie Heward. Malik tried to keep it in, couldn't. And Roosevelt chases down. A little over 3 minutes gone by in the second. Back in the cap zone. Muir after it. And Colton Orr after him. Graham Mink gave it away. And Nylander turns it. Rangers changing. Yager. Crowd all over him every time he touches the puck. And Tootin recovers.
Pittsburgh, they did it too, right?
Yes.
And they were going to have laryngitis if they kept it up all night, but he ended up getting a hat trick, and by the end of the game, they weren't booing much at all.
Well,
but here, that line has not gotten off the mark, as they've been checked pretty well. The Rangers line with Yager, Straka, Nylander, trouble making 2 passes in a row. Straka no shots, Nylander no shots, and Yager just 1. And remember, Yager leads the entire league with shots on goal, talking about the first period prior to this second period beginning.
Race for the puck. Sotheby has it chipped away by Tootin. Offside are the Caps. Budweiser salutes America's designated drivers. Responsibility matters. Not many big names on the Washington Capitals. Ovechkin, as a rookie, has taken over as probably the most well-known Cap.
They have an individual that works for them by the name of Jack Blatherwick. Cardiac Jack, the workout man. He used to work out the Ranger guys years ago when Herb Brooks was running the team. In fact, he was with the 1980 team that won the gold medal. I'll get into it in a moment.
Caps in deep, slide in front, it's saved, rebound, stays out. Oh, that was a nifty play by Matt Bradley.
Did that one low shot go off the handle?
Here's Sotheby, missed the net. It might have, because that's the way that Lundqvist went down with the stick. And it might have been the stick keeping the puck out of the net. Morrison back for it. Straka after him. Good pressure. Good hit by Yager. Yager with a strong hit on Sean Morrison. Off the stick of Bradley, and it's played by Kontratka to Kasparaitis. And there's Majewski taking a run at Ruchin. Nieminen after the puck. Majewski for Hossa, and Morrison able to move it. Kasparaitis, good feed of Ruchin. Just off the bench was Orr. Orr was open. That shot off the side of the net. Colza got a piece of it. Down comes Kasparaitis.
Orr wants somebody. Majewski, I think Majewski might have tripped him, so he was giving him a couple of shots.
He's looking around. His head is turning. He's looking.
Penalty
upcoming on the Rangers.
It is a hooking call.
Yeah, Orr wants Brendan Witt.
Yeah, remember they had that discussion during the first period. I think Orr's going to go for hooking. And Witt knew that, so he just skated away. Rangers down 2-zip. Orr now has a minor penalty for hooking. And Brendan Witt goes over to the bench.
Now here's where the Rangers can get in trouble. If they lose their discipline, lose their focus.
Now, if that was the hook, then I give full marks to Shane Morrison, because he squeezed his arm on the stick against the body. So I think he fooled the officials on the play, if that was the play, and it looks like that was the play. Smart play by him.
Rangers clear all the way down. Kolzig there to play it. Vet's trying to take it away, and he forced Kolzig to hold on to the puck. And Kolzig gets a little talking to from referee Kerry Fraser.
Anyway, Jack Blatherwick has changed the system here in Washington, Sam. They do not use stationary bikes that type of stuff. For what he does is have weight vests. The players wear them, and they do all their conditioning work on the ice, not off the ice, on the ice. That's where they play the games. And Washington feels they're in great shape. They feel they have good third periods. And I know they're not winning, but they're not a team that's built to win right now. They're building. And I think in 2 years, a lot of these younger players will become much better players. And that's what they're shooting for.
Sean Morrison with a good intercept on the Rangers clearing attempt. Shot it back in. Roosevelt sends it up the board.
Did I say Shane?
Yeah.
Sean Morrison. I'm sorry.
He spells it S-H-A-O-N-E, but it is pronounced Sean.
Okay.
Just wanted to help you out
Here's this
there.
play. Now see the goal stick? Oh, went off the toe of Nylander's skate. I thought it maybe hit the end of the handle of the goal stick. That was a spin around play in front of goaltender Lundqvist. 1:24 to go on the power play now for Washington.
All the way around the boards. Goes by Tootin. Ovechkin after it. Ovechkin with a good hit on Strudwick. Caps keep it in. Open man. Muir missed the net with a hard shot. Out to Jeff Halpern. A broken stick. One of the defensemen. Tootin's without a stick. Long shot wide. Halpern's got the puck. Tootin's got a stick back.
Ortmeyer.
That's a right-handed shot. Saved by Lundqvist, and he holds on. Good play by Henrik Lundqvist.
Ortmeyer actually reached around and dropped the stick for Tootin to go get it. It was almost an awkward situation for Tootin to finally get it. His stick was smacked in half. Now watch Ortmeyer up on the left side. He's just dropped the stick. Finally, Tootin figures it out. There it is. So he goes to get it. And then here comes the shot that Lundqvist holds on to. 48 seconds to go now on the minor to Colton Orr.
Kondrachev chases against Ovechkin. They played against each other before. Back in Russia. Puck is sent all the way down. 13 minutes to go in the second period. Washington with a 2-0 lead. And the power play has 25 seconds remaining. All the way around the boards. Kasparaitis is there. He's tied up, kept in by Heward, driven out by Kondrachev. John, I see Kondrachev's confidence building with each game. He seems more sure of himself on the ice.
Rangers are sure using him. I mean, the one thing about their coaching staff, they'll use these kids, mistakes or not. They want to find out if they can develop. They want to find out if they can play. So it doesn't matter. If they make mistakes, they're still going to play, unless, of course, those become really constant.
Power play is over. Orr out of the box with a shot, took a hit. And was gloved by Kolzig. Team's at full strength. Caps are 0 for 2 on the power play with only one shot, but they lead 2-0. Offensively, the Rangers have not been able to get anything going. Ovechkin was bumped. Ovechkin has it back. Centers, score! Steve Eminger, the defenseman. Ovechkin made a brilliant play. He stayed with it. They were hitting him. He bounced off, and he set up Eminger. 3-0 Caps.
Nicest play of the game by far. By far. Boy, oh boy, did he make and show some strength. Yeah, that's Eminger on the puck who will score the goal, but watch, 1, 2. And then it's a beautiful play where he, all those times the Caps shot the puck, Lundqvist goes out and expects the shot. Even though it's a real bad angle, he expects the shot. Watch him drop. And Ovechkin knew, I got somebody open. You know what? That might have deflected back to Eminger. Did that? On that last replay, did the pass deflect back to him or did it go directly to him? Whatever it was, Eminger got into great position, and Ovechkin made a great play.
Ovechkin with a goal and 2 assists. That wraparound stopped by Lundqvist. And right now the Caps are outworking the Rangers. Rangers noted for their work ethic this season, but right now the Caps are outworking and outplaying them. Ryan Wilsey lost it. Peter Pruka has it and clears it out.
Hey, Ryan Hallwick means a lot to the New York Rangers, Sam. His energy on the road, he comes off the bench, played a few minutes, and then bang, 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 and he really can take another team and get them off balance. And Pruka now has been banged up for the Rangers. He just goes to the bench.
Eminger got his 4th from Ovechkin at 8:01. Ovechkin a goal and 2 assists in the game. Long shot by Morrison, blocked in the crowd. Jagr brings it out. Jagr with Nylander. Centered, Nylander shoots, save! Kolzig a beauty, and he holds on. 10:54 to go in the second. Caps lead it 3-0.
Ole, the goalie's goal stick. Just a little jab. Bang. Just a little wee jab. I think caught the nerve of Pruka, and he had to go over and get his leg to relax. And just a little wee tiny deflection. I still think Ovechkin, you're right, Sam, is trying to make that pass back to Eminger, but it did deflect a little bit. And beautiful pass to Eminger, the defenseman who jumped in to score. Ovechkin with a big night. Real big night.
Off the stick of Tootin, he goes back for it. Rangers really need to find something, some kind of spark. To this point, it's been a very good game for the Washington Capitals.
A relentless game by their hockey club.
Sotheby stops the puck. And Strudwick going back. Then Clymer after him. Actually, that was Chris Clark. Straka to Jágr. Back for Straka, just missed. Nice play. Straka just missed the deflection. Kasparaitis to Jágr, good pass. Jágr holds up. All the way through Kasparaitis. Nylander. And he was checked by Sean Morrison. Rangers good passing this last 2 times in the offensive zone. Clymer. Now Zubris breaks through, and he stopped, and a penalty called on the Rangers.
And Nylander had a stick right into the midsection on the back check. He'll go. It'll be a hooking call.
Power play Washington coming up. Zubris and Eminger, the goal scorers for Washington. Ryan Wilsey. Morrison to Eminger. Back to Morrison. That shot save made by Lundqvist. Some hard shots by the Caps. Sean Morrison across for Steve Eminger. With Clark after it against Strudwick. Down the slot. Eminger missed the net with a hard shot. Eminger again. 25 seconds in the power play. Caps controlling nicely, moving the puck well. Sean Morrison. Long shot deflected into the corner. Wilsey back to Morrison. Now to Eminger with room. Pass across off the skate of Wilsey. Tied up by Strudwick, and Ward able to clear. And that should just about do it. Nice play by Kolzig. Got it to Eminger at the red line, but he moved back. And out of the penalty box comes Nylander. Caps are 0 for 3 on the power play. But the Rangers trail 3-0. Jason Ward takes the shot right into the midsection of Kolzig.
Can you think of a team in the NHL that hits more than Washington does?
Pretty good.
The tougher conference, whether you look at the amount of fighting majors or whatever, is over on the other conference, the Western Conference. And then you look at the East, it's not generally one of these hitting games. That's Eminger missing the net. He was wide open on the power play. But I think Washington probably takes the body more than any other team in this conference. As a team, every single player takes the body. You know, Ovechkin's their star offensive guy, and he takes the body. They all do.
Marcel Hossa working against Brian Muir, the linesman in the way. Linesman got trapped in deep. Hossa keeping the play alive. And it's worked out of the zone. Good job by the Caps. Kondrachev to Nieminen. Now it's Ruchin. Slowed down by Muir. Fights off the check. Good play by Ruchin. Then he lost control. And Pettinger able to bring it down. And he chases around Roosevelt. Roosevelt with a good hit. Pettinger stays with it. Around to Sotheby. Try to work his way in front. Good job there by Ruchin. Malik with a hit on Pettinger. And he pulls him down. And maybe Pettinger lost balance. Nothing called on the play. Sotheby with a long shot steered away. Kept in by Sean Morrison. Now it's Malik. Good shift by the Caps, keeping the Rangers pinned in. Roosevelt able to move it. Neiman and Wines, big drive, gloved as it was going wide by Kolzig.
Yeah, here's going to be a shift for the Yager line. Not against that Sotheby line, I don't think, Sam. Yeah, maybe. Sotheby's out there and Climer's out there, right?
out there, yes.
2 of the 3.
There's Yager. And Tootin with a drive. Saved and the rebound. Nylander, another save made by Kolzig as he stopped Yager.
Yager skating now.
Yager against Clymer.
The last shift he was skating before Nylander took
And
the
a
penalty.
good shot and another save. Good shot, a good shift by this line. Nylander controlling against Morrison. Now it's Straka back to Nylander. Now Straka. Strudwick with a quick shot. Save and the rebound just went by Nylander. Tootin with a shot. Save by Kolzig. Rangers firing from everywhere. Good shots and Kolzig coming up with some fine saves.
Best shift of the game by far for the Rangers. That's at least 5 shots. Strudwick and Tootin were the 2 defensemen. Let's see if the other lines can pick it up.
Ortmeyer takes a hit, dumps it in. Moore goes for the puck. Colton Orr trying to wrap around that was blocked. Kasparaitis off the stick of Orr. Ortmeyer with a shot and a stick save. Rangers really skating a lot better these last 2 shifts. Ortmeyer chips it away and it's smothered by
Here we go.
Kolzig.
Witt and Orr. I don't know. Witt and Orr. And you could see everybody came to the defense of everybody else. Pettinger and Moore. Rangers defense stayed up top, so the face-off should be inside when we come back. The Rangers have their best shift of the game without question. It was Nylander, Straka, and Yager, along with Strudwick, who had the shot. Tootin's also on the ice. There's the third one on the shift. The Rangers are moving their legs. They got to loose pucks. They had shots, and Olaf Kolzig was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, it was shot after shot. It was loose puck after loose puck. The Rangers got to them all. Now Orr moves across here, wanted to get over to Witt. And you can see how Eminger had Orr from behind. And the men with stripes on got in quickly.
And we got a little problem along the boards in the Rangers, rather than in the Caps defensive zone.
Some of the advertising is ripped off the boards over there. Somebody's Mexican grill.
Like Mexican? All right, while we have a moment, it's getting to that time of the year. Fill your heart with Christmas, big boy, at the Radio City Christmas Spectacular, featuring the world-famous Rockettes. You don't want to miss the dazzling new opening scene. For tickets, log on to radiocity.com or call Ticketmaster 212-307-1000. It's the Christmas Spectacular you don't want to miss.
I've been there. I've been there. Not this year, but I've been there. It is really good. That's glass there. They're trying to. I don't know. They're trying to tape down the sharp edge. There's a big hunk of plexiglass that broke off that sits on the outside of that sign. But I'm not so sure that tape is the answer. That stuff, I guess the players will know when they're out there. Here comes a couple of the maintenance guys. They ought to try to get the whole piece off if they could.
Jaromir Jagr, we talk about leadership on a team. One of the things that the Rangers have used as motivation, as silly as it sounds, is the fact that they have been listed as one of the 14th picked in this publication in the
15.
Eastern Conference. Yeah. Sports Illustrated
30th.
ranked them number 30, last in the league. The Rangers have fed off of that in the early stages of this season. Add an assist to Brendan Witt on the Eminger goal, which now reads Eminger from Ovechkin and Witt. That was the third Washington goal.
So with the TV timeout, Sam, the Rangers come right back with their number 1 line. Trying to see if they can keep it going.
They take it away. Straka moves down with the puck. Brendan Witt on him. Malik deep for Jagr. Jagr picked up by Sotheby. Now it's Nylander around the net. Majewski on him. And a good job with a big body by Ivan Majewski. That pass went by Straka, and the Caps come back with it. Sent in by Matt Bradley. Roosevelt reverses. And Straka able to come out with it. There's Roosevelt moving it on Brendan Witt. Waits. Pass blocked. Here's Yager. Yager around the net against Witt. Witt stays with him. Yager with a blind pass. Kasparaitis had vacated the point. And Graham Mink able to chop it out of the zone. And the Caps dump it in. And Castles on. With Brooks Light and Graham Mink. And here's Castles. Save. Penalty upcoming on the Rangers.
All had to do with the turnover. And Kasparaitis got belted, and I think he's hurting a little bit. He reached back for his back. Now he's bent over at the waist. And it was his pass through the middle that created the turnover. And Straka had been on the ice for a long time. Couldn't get off for a change. Watch the quick hit coming in right there. Bang, did he get hammered. And that pass through the middle is going to kill any team. The pass through the middle created the turnover. Kasparaitis was hurting, and he gets called. Well, actually, he does it. I'm sorry, with Straka after the pass by Kasparaitis. Straka had been on for a long time, but he couldn't get off the ice. He's a left winger, and the bench is on the far side of the ice.
3 minutes to go in the second period. Caps a 3-0 lead. Their fourth power play of the game. Rangers have had only one. Heward with a shot. Save made through traffic. Good screen setup in front. As Jeff Halpern skated right in front of Lundqvist, and Lundqvist with a good job. He picks up the puck pretty well through traffic. Here's Ovechkin. Has a goal and 2 assists. Great moves. Goes to the net. And he was hooked. Penalty on the Rangers.
That's it.
Oh, is he beautiful. And the puck is put in. Caps stayed it. The play stayed alive. And the Caps score. It may have been Jeff Halpern's goal.
It would have been a 5-on-3, Sam. Just watch Ovechkin. He's having a big night. Goal, 2 assists. Now he'll get another. Oh, baby.
Wow.
Is that electric or what? Then he keeps the puck, gives it to Halpern, who scores. The stick of Lundqvist got all tied up with Tootin's skate. Couldn't get to the puck. Watch the skill. Watch the power and grace. And then when he loses the puck, watch him go get it. He's going to get up and get the puck. Now watch the goal stick of Lundqvist. Can't get to the puck.
Yeah.
Halpern did, and Halpern scores his second goal of the season. It's a power play goal. It was a delayed call, and it's still a power play and a fresh 2 minutes on the board. Roosevelt now in the penalty box. What a great play. Just admire the kid, 20 years of age. That was
John,
a great play.
You can see how special, how strong he skates.
Well, he's in on 4 goals. That's not bad. Not bad. Goal and 3 assists, and he's been in all of them.
So what happens here is the earlier penalty is wiped out on the power play goal scored by Halpern. And now the penalty to Roosevelt is in effect. So it's another power play for Washington.
Zubras got a stick up.
All right, penalty on Washington.
To the face of Kasparaitis. Zubras got a stick up. Kasparaitis went to him, and the stick went right across. It looked like near the chin of Kasparaitis. And you're going to see Kasparaitis come over, and Zubras with a stick up. Actually never made much contact. Not much contact, but it was up. And Kerry Fraser back in the neutral zone made the call. Zubras came right up, and he gets called for high sticking. Kasparaitis' one arm also pushed the stick up a little bit too on the play.
Yeah, Rangers get a break on that call. But they can use a break right now because everything has been Washington's way because they've been better. They have outplayed the Rangers in this game. 4-0 Washington with 2 minutes to go in the second. Team skating 4 aside. Eventually, the Rangers will wind up, barring any other penalty calls. Takeaway by Halpern from Yager. Wilsey goes to the net. Pass tipped by Straka. Rangers showed some real good life for 2 shifts. And then the Caps have taken the momentum away from them. Here's Straka with a shot deflected wide. Yager. Now it's Tootin. Strudwick, good pass. Straka shoots. He waited a long time to get the shot off, and Kolzig made the save. Halpern got the goal, his second. Ovechkin the assist on the power play goal at 17:32.
So it's 4-on-4 hockey. Strudwick with a good pass. I think Straka initially thought, who am I going to pass the puck to? And then he said, well, there's nobody open as Jágr's being double teamed in front. And Kolzig's not going to get beat the way he's playing on a wrist shot from there. And Kolzig is big. He's on top of his angles. And all the pucks are just going off his body.
Halpern's first goal in the last 10 games. Though he has had points in 6 of the last 7 for Washington. Caps, you wouldn't know it that they were a low-scoring team and a team that has been struggling. They are playing exceptionally well. Linesman got taken out as Sotheby went down and took him out with a cross-body block. Putin for Ruchin. Under a minute to go in the second period. Rangers have to recover outside the zone. And Sotheby takes it away, and shot is blocked by Tootin.
Rangers have lost the puck a lot in the middle of the ice, haven't they, Sam? Nothing up the boards. Got to go up the boards. Maybe Washington hitting so much that the Rangers have decided to try to go through the middle, but they create turnovers, this club. At least they are tonight. Here's a penalty, a holding call.
It's on the Caps. Rangers get a power play.
I think holding the stick to Brendan Witt.
And this will be a 5-on-3 for the Rangers for 17 seconds.
So a big face-off as far as the Rangers go. If they win the draw, you have 17 seconds to work with. On the 5-on-3, there's Witt. He's got Strudwick's stick pinned to his body. Call's made. Ooh, we talked about the linesman, Sam. Yowzer.
That wasn't a cross body. That was a straight block right into the midsection.
Glad those flying skates that are so sharp don't catch anybody.
On the 5-on-3, Pruka along the boards. Now Straka. And a one-timer and a save by Kolzig. It trickled behind him, but wide of the net. Now it's a 5-on-4. Jágr moving and shooting. Save. Kolzig without a stick. It's on the ice behind him. He's got it now. And the period comes to an end. Rangers with a power play for a minute 31 to start the third period, but they have a long way to come back. Only the goalie has been tough. When the Rangers have shown some offense, he has really been tough to beat.
Second half of the period, he was great. Jágr's line started to get it going, started to get some shots, and he made one real good save right here with his right foot there. Traffic in front, puck ricocheted wide, but that was a terrific shot by Jágr. And this one here, it got through too.
That's without a stick there.
Yeah.
Nice play by Kolzig.
24 shots by the Rangers, unable to score. The Rangers weren't ready for the draw either, Sam, when they had the 5-on-3 opportunity. And the linesman dropped the puck, and that's what he's supposed to do.
Wow. That's a mental mistake by the Rangers. End of 2. Caps 4. Rangers nothing. Assistant General Manager Don Maloney joins us in just a moment. Welcome back to Washington. Glad you're with us for New York Rangers hockey. It's brought to you in part by Cablevision. Get the most New York sports in HD on IO Digital Cable Service from Cablevision. By MedLife. Have you MedLife today? And by XM Satellite Radio. Listen to NHL games wherever you are from coast to coast. Listen large. Rangers trailing 4-0. We've got an update coming away with Gary Apple at the MSG Sports Desk. Then we'll be back with Don Maloney after these messages.
Hello, friends. Gary Apple back at our MSG studios. We're back down to the MCI Center in a moment, but first they played matinee hockey at the Meadowlands. The Devils and Wild went to a shootout before they finally crowned a winner, and Viktor Kozlov came up very big for the Devils in this game. He scored late in the third period, and then in the shootout he beats Matty Fernandez to the delight of John McLean and the Devils bench. And so Marty Brodeur then got it done in goal, stopped all 3 Wild shots. Marian Gaborik cannot get it done there. Devils win 3-2. McLean, by the way, filling in for the ailing Larry Robinson. Army, Navy, Adam Ballard. 28 yards for a touchdown. Navy wins it big, 42-23. They've now won 4 straight against the Army. The Rangers trailing at 4-0 after 2 periods. We're back with a look at what's coming up on Sports Desk right after this. Following the Rangers and Capitals, John Giannone at the Sports Desk. He's going to have complete post-game coverage plus a preview of the Giants And the Cowboys. And men, what a performance by USC's Reggie Bush. It's all ahead following hockey. Sam and JD back with the third period after this.
We welcome you back to Washington, D.C. Rangers are trailing the Caps 4-0 on the Dodge Intermission Report. Rangers Assistant General Manager Don Maloney, nice enough to join us. Don, you've been out looking at Hugh Jessamine the last couple of nights. Give us an update.
Well, I was in Wheeling, West Virginia a couple nights ago, and Trenton, New Jersey last night. Unfortunately, Hugh tweaked his knee last night. He's probably out day to day, but he's coming. I was encouraged. His work ethic was good. He was involved in the play. They only had 8 forwards dressed in the game in Wheeling, so he got a ton of ice time. But he hopefully he's not going to be out too long. And the other guy, Peter Rell, is down there, who scored a couple goals last night. He is slowly working himself back into shape. Whether we'll ever see him up here, that remains to be seen.
Now, Hugh, as far as his progress, what can you tell us about what kind of progress he's making, what he still has to work on?
Well, certainly his skating is picking up. I mean, missing all of last season, especially with the ankle injury, Sam, it's really a tough thing to come back. So I was encouraged about the flow he has in his game, but really, Hugh's got to learn the pro game, and it's a little bit of where to go on the ice and what to do. He's willing. He was physical when he gets there. It's just sorting it out. I think with Hugh, he's just got to play hockey. And that's why it was a little discouraging last night to see him get hurt in the second period, but hopefully it's not going to be too long.
All right, you've got some meetings coming up this week. Tell us about that, what you do. You've got all the scouts in. What goes on in the meetings this week?
Well, Sam, we do this every year right around this time, especially with missing all of last year. We have all our pro guys in, and Gordy Clark and Timmy Murray, who did a lot of pro stuff in the last 2 or 3 years. It's really, the guys have hit the NHL hard over the last couple months, and now it's a time to really look organizational at how we are, where we're at, what we're doing, and then to go through every other team and say, okay, where are the strengths and weaknesses, who may be a trading partner, and see if we can help ourselves.
When you look at around the league and you see a trade like the Joe Thornton trade, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think the biggest thing is not to be asleep at the wheel, not that we are. You really have to look at all options. Boston are perfect. And obviously, they're struggling, and I think as a deal, certainly short term will probably help everybody. And I think long term, we'll see. It's Joe Thornton is a special player, but they also got some good players back. So we'll do our due diligence and hopefully find somebody that can help us.
All right. Good luck in the meetings, and good luck with the planning for the future.
Thanks, Sam.
Rangers Assistant General Manager Don Maloney. Coming up, the third period and the answer to the big 5-point trivia question. John, what monument is that?
The great big tall one.
The
Washington Monument. I know that.
New York
I know where the
Rangers hockey.
capital is.
You're an American. You have to know that.
Yeah.
New York Rangers hockey is brought to you in part by Canon, your source for document management. Sam, JD, and the MSG crew, glad you're with us. And we have some highlights coming up. Highlights for the Washington Capitals, who have been playing very well. And Mr. Ovechkin has been doing it all.
Well, you look at Ovechkin and you go, boy, he's only had 1 shot in this game. But you know what? He scored on it. And then he's had 3 assists. Here's one. He's had 3 primary assists. Not second assists. Primary assists where he's made the plays that have set up the goals. Look at this. This on a power play. Hello, goodbye. Give me the puck back. Now I'm going to feed my captain. And Halprin's able to score. Beautiful goal. Ovechkin, 3 primary assists plus the goal. I think this is his first 4-night performance, is it not? 4-point performance.
Yes, you're right. Sprint scoring summary. Eminger with his 4th of the season. Ovechkin and Witt. Halpern, power play goal from Ovechkin. And you see Alex Ovechkin, a goal and 3 assists. Okay, the big 5-point trivia quiz question brought to you by Nissan Caps. One of 6 teams without a current Ranger, once played for the Rangers. Name the other 5.
Okay, here I go.
All right.
Should we go yet?
Let's go.
Okay, San Jose.
Yes.
Carolina.
Carolina,
Buffalo.
Ottawa, Buffalo, Nashville.
And I didn't have Ottawa, I have Anaheim.
All right. And the answer is
hardly wait.
Buffalo, Carolina, Nashville, Ottawa, San Jose.
Oh, I got 4, you got 5.
Who's on Anaheim? Todd Marchand.
Was he with the Rangers? Yeah. You're right. That's right, Anna. That's right. I forgot. He moved over from... You dirty rat. You got me.
There you go.
Well, I got 4 out of 5, and you got 5?
5
Nice
big
going.
ones.
Oh,
well,
baby.
you know what? I had to come up big tonight because Al with Stan, I mean, come on. It's a 2-on-1.
Power play Rangers starting the third period. The Yager line had 6 shots in the second period, 1 shot in the first period.
Peter Pruka moves in with the puck. Now Roosevelt faking. Straka. Yager along the boards. Nylander. Now Yager. Pruka was set up and he was checked. Good play by Wilsey. Got to him right as Pruka was turning to attempt the shot. Straka back for it. The Caps are doing everything right. Now, if they played this way against every team in the league, they wouldn't be down at the bottom.
They have some problems on the road, especially with their specialty teams.
Nylander set up to Pruka, save, rebound, blocked in front. Oh, that was a good setup to Pruka. Well executed. And Kolzig coming up with a great save. Pettinger along the boards. 30 seconds to go in the Rangers power play. Matt Pettinger chased by Straka. Straka dropped his stick. And Straka, Rangers changing. Knocked away from Ruchin by Zubras. Off the glass. Comes to Yager. Couldn't control. Now he's got it. Power play about to expire. Nice move by Yager. Sets up Malik. And a save. And the rebound went wide and into the corner.
Yeah, Malik had to wait to shoot the puck. He couldn't shoot it off the pass, and that allowed Kolzig to get across. Yager made a great play, and he got rid of 2 checking Washington Capital players before he set up the play. He's going to take 2 of them, and they're going to end up outside the blue line. 2 guys gone. Now watch the pass. See, Malik had to take it off his skate, took too long to shoot it, and Kolzig, as good as he's been, just nicely made a couple of saves.
Watch this, John. Look at these numbers. Look at...
Al's got a little bit of a Zamboni lip going there, huh? Oh, baby.
Hossa into the corner. Ruchin, Hossa, and Nieminen. Tom Renney has stayed with the lines throughout the game. And that one pops into the air and is gloved by Kolzig. The Rangers are 0 for 3 on the power play in the game. The Caps 1 for 5. 4-0 Washington. As the Rangers in desperate search of some offense.
Well, you know, their last couple of games, Rangers beat Washington in a shootout, beat Pittsburgh at home by 1 goal. And they weren't what they would term, from their point of view, great performances. So, and here they certainly have not played well in the first 2 periods, but you got to start somewhere and get your game back. There's a lot of hockey coming up for the Rangers. They have Minnesota at home Monday, who will be tough. Then they go on the road to Chicago, Nashville, and St. Louis.
There goes Ovechkin. Tootin stayed with the move. Fell down, but he stopped the play.
Tootin and Ovechkin played together in the World Junior Championships in Nova Scotia, Canada. And they actually won the championship, both on the same team.
So getting back to your original point,
the Rangers
John,
have some tough hockey coming up.
Tough games.
Yeah, Chicago's playing pretty well.
Here's Ward. Saved by Kolzig. Bats the rebound away.
You know, Nashville's had a great season, and then they go into St. Louis. And St. Louis had a rough season, but they're playing better. So you got to find your game. Doesn't matter if it's in the 3rd period of a game you're losing 4-0. You got to find your game.
Malik toward the net. Got through. His block. Rebound deflected wide. Colton Orr getting a shot off. Lundqvist. Roosevelt plays it to Malik. And now Jed Ortmeyer. Rister pops in the air off of Kolzig. Interesting what you brought up in the second period, John, about Holwig not being in the lineup and the way it affects the energy with which the Rangers play.
You know, he doesn't play on the specialty team, Sam, and he can sit on the bench for 10 minutes, but if he comes off, it's pure energy and it's 3 solid, clean body checks, and especially on the road. And it can get your team in the game, and if it's at home, it really gets a crowd in the game. Yeah, I think he's a very useful forward for the Rangers because they don't have a lot of that in their lineup.
Caps move in. Ben Clymer's shot deflected off of Kasparaitis. And Yager trying to move it. Clymer stopped him.
Clymer. And Bradley. Sotheby. Same line, right?
In the line.
Pretty good line for the shutdown line.
Yager cuts in. Knocked away. That was a good play by Sean Morrison on defense. There's Pettinger moving in. Pettinger with a shot. Score!
What a play.
Oh, he ripped it up top. Matt Pettinger gives Washington a 5-0 lead. Oh, boy.
Well, it's a turnover, and you're going to see Morrison, the defenseman, no Yager cuts to the middle. He chips it away. Now all of a sudden it's transition. Now watch this. Nobody picks them up. Look at that. That's hit the front of the middle of the net, so you know that even Lundqvist off his angles too. That was over the shoulder, hit the middle of the net. That's a great shot. But it was just north-south hockey for the Caps. Took care of business defensively, then went north. And Pettinger scored a gorgeous play.
4 goals in the last 6 games for Matt Pettinger. So the Caps coming alive offensively. A huge explosion. And they go to the net again, and that one slipped wide. Puck out of the zone, put back in, intercepted. Rangers come the other way. Ville Nieminen drops it off, shot by Ruchin, save. Ruchin the rebound, scramble on. It's underneath Brendan Witt. It's still underneath Brendan Witt.
And the Rangers continue to challenge Olaf Kolzig down low. Both his feet have been perfectly stretched out, pads down on the ice nicely. You'll see it here again. And he's made just a ton of saves in this game using his feet like that. And I think the Rangers should start challenging him up high a little bit. Mind you, there's rebounds, I guess, if you go low, but he's certainly been good on those plays.
Strong performance, as usual, for Ole Kolzig. Big drive by Light. Looks like taking the long shot that was stopped by Lundqvist. The Caps' 5th goal, Pettinger unassisted. Caps have had 2 unassisted goals in the game. That one is gloved by Kolzig, and he holds on.
Well, they challenged him up top there, and he took care of business.
Individual tickets for the Rangers and Minnesota Wild on Monday are on sale now. For tickets, visit NewYorkRangers.com, the Garden box office, or call Ticketmaster 212-307-7171. Rangers have been outstanding on home ice this season. Been pretty good on the road, but tonight running into an outstanding performance by the Washington Capitals.
The Rangers 9-2-2 on home ice.
Good hit along the boards by Yager. Yager's had a couple of hits.
I think he's had more hits than any other Ranger. Kasparaitis has had a few, but as far as forwards go, Yager's been banging more than anybody.
There's Yager with Nylander. Kasparaitis joins the rush. It was broken up by Morrison and cleared out. Lost to Yager. Yager with another hit. That one on Morrison.
Morrison's played Yager a lot in this game. There's another one.
Another one from behind. Yager got away with one. Kerry Fraser was looking, and I thought Yager got away with one. He knocked Morrison down from behind. Strudwick. Now Ortmeyer to Moore. Ortmeyer goes to the net. Moore shoots, deflected wide. Puck all the way back. Strudwick goes to get it. Dominic Moore, when he's coming down on the rush, has the tendency, looks for the shot.
Yeah.
He looks for the shot.
The offensive zone, he thinks shot at the net. Sometimes he has wingers open, doesn't use them.
Puck around the boards, kept in by Moore. Now Ortmeyer winds and fires way wide, and Chris Clark comes out. Clark taken out by Malik.
Ovechkin tried to nail Roosevelt. He's already nailed him once hard in this game.
Roosevelt with a good rush, but he's by himself. Rangers change. What a move! And a great save by Kolzig. Roosevelt with a terrific move. Play continues. As there was nobody around Kolzig, and Kerry Fraser said, keep it going.
Yeah, Rangers were changing, Sam. Roosevelt was on his own.
There's Nieminen against Graham Mink. And a nice takeaway by Mink. Third NHL game for Graham Mink. Here is Ruchin, checked away nicely by Eminger. 5-0 Washington, 12:10 to go, third period. Billy Niemanen. Kondrachev shot blocked. Ooh, man, that hurt. Ovechkin went down. Ovechkin went down and blocked that shot. Now he limps to the bench. Oh, man. What does that tell you about him?
It's a 5-0 game, too. Complete package. He's hurting at the bench.
Had to hurt. Good hit along the boards. And the Caps will over the puck. Brooks Light dumps it in. Kasparaitis looks around. Mike after him. Kondrachev. Intercepted. Halpern shoots wide. Missed the net with a big drive.
Turnovers.
Long cross-ice pass that was picked off and turned into a scoring chance, but Halpern missed the net. And another one up the middle, intercepted. Wiltsey shot blocked, deflected just wide.
3 in a row, right through the middle, turned over.
Careless play by the Rangers in their own zone. Strudwick. Now Pruka. And Betts. Ward takes a hit. Now Betts to Pruka. Pass blocked by Heward. Pruka has it back. And a let's go Caps chant up from the crowd. Good hustle by Blair Betts. Pruka gets to the puck. Heward after him. Wiltsey able to move it out of the zone. This is an icing on the Caps with 10:24 to go. Third period. Rangers down 5-0.
Alexander Ovechkin sees the play that he has to make here. It's Kondrachev with the shot. Down he goes, and he took the shot off the inside of his right ankle. Boy, it's tough when you open your foot up to the side like that. It exposes the entire shot, the entire foot, and he took it off the foot. There was a little shove from behind that knocked down Morrison. No penalty called. You want the penalty on that, huh?
I didn't want it, but I thought it could have warranted a
shove. Come on.
I thought it warranted a penalty. Okay.
I have a talk with you. You got a football game on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Let him hit, baby. Tomorrow, that's right. Sunday.
Right.
Tomorrow.
Ortmeyer,
Whoa.
nice move. Slides it across. Moore fakes and was forced wide. Moore around the net. Moore turns, shoots, stick save by Kolzig.
Brendan Witt tried to nail one of the Ranger players, took himself out of position, and that allowed the open ice, but the Rangers couldn't convert.
Moore gets it back to Ortmeyer. Shot blocked by Eminger. Moore has it again. Takes a hit from Brendan Witt. Ortmeyer takes over. Shoved by Morrison. Kasparaitis comes down. That's blocked. And Like tried to clear. Good play by Colton Orr to keep it in. Moore's pass intercepted. And dumped down the ice by Like. 9:05 to go, third period. Caps with a 5-0 lead. Caps have tied their season high for goals scored in the game at 5. It's the 5th time they've reached that. Rangers have tied the most goals they've given up in a game. That's 5. It's the 3rd time it's happened.
Same unit of 5 for Washington, including Morrison. Both these defensemen on the ice for Washington have great big long reaches to try and play Yager. And it really worked on that one goal scored by Pettinger when Morrison chipped the puck away with that long reach, and then Pettinger just went down the ice by himself. Nobody around him, and scored the goal.
Puck goes into the Caps bench. 8:32 to go in the third. Caps with a big 5-0 lead. 20-year-old Chris Holt is making his NHL debut. He replaces Henrik Lundqvist in goal with 8:32 remaining in the third period. Lundqvist giving up 5 goals on 21 shots.
21, right. This is the second time Lundqvist has given up 5 this season. The other was in Carolina, a 5-1 loss there.
Yager slides it across, and the shot deflected by Sotheby. Nylander against Morrison. Now it's Straka. Sotheby after him for Nylander. Shot was blocked. And they're caught up with Morrison. Sutin winds it to Yager. It's lifted up and
Be a
into
penalty.
the crowd.
That'll be a penalty.
Unless
Maybe it
was
won't be a penalty.
deflected.
Yeah, I guess they're saying that. Oh, I don't know. I'm not saying anything until they figure it out.
Gary Fraser saying the faceoff is outside, so I believe it must have deflected off a Ranger.
Yeah, Straka's talking to Kerry, and Kerry said no, so that's the end of the discussion. The puck ended up in the stands, and he's a lot closer to it than I am.
So now this has to be a very exciting moment for Chris Holt, despite the fact that the Rangers are down 5-0. He's making his NHL debut. He is a native of Vancouver and played 2 years at the University of Nebraska, Omaha. That shot blocked.
He had a very good training camp. And Montoya did a lot of the playing.
Ruchin, Nieminen fanned on it. Nice setup from Ruchin to Nieminen. Roosevelt, oh, that's a penalty. He spun Ovechkin around as he pinched in and missed the puck. Wine fires, saved by Holt. First NHL shot is from Dinas Zubris. Holt makes the save. Caps go on a power play.
Well, Ovechkin was close to a 2-on-1. Roosevelt tried to pinch and ended up seeing Ovechkin go. He was going to fly right around him right here. So he used the stick, forgot about the body, stopped Ovechkin from having the break. It would have been a 2-on-1, as you can see, with his winger. That was Chris Clark. And there's the shot. So Ovechkin and his club now will go on the power play. And Chris Holt will see his first power play against him at the NHL level.
Halpern, pass taken away by Kondratyev, and he clears. Caps are 1 for 5 on the power play in the game. With 4 shots, that one was a Jeff Halpern power play goal set up by Alex Ovechkin. Ovechkin has had a hand in 4 of the 5 Washington goals. Icing is whistled against the Caps. Don't forget the MSG Sports Desk is coming up next. I believe Gary Apple is... No, Gary Apple was with us earlier. It's John Giannone.
Did you hear about John Giannone? He's coming on the road with us.
Is he?
Yeah.
Good. It'd be great to have him. Following the Rangers on MSG, John Giannone. Devils in a shootout to beat the Wild this afternoon. Giants get ready for the Cowboys. Mike Quick with the all-inclusive and the best high school sports report anywhere.
Hope Mr. Giannone brings his credit card with him. You know, rookie dinner.
Oh, there we go.
Somewhere.
There you go. You're starting already. Good job by you.
How about Chicago Tuesday night? That'd
Sounds
be a good
good.
place.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
There's Ortmeyer. Now Moore. Stick handling deep. Ovechkin missed the hit attempt on Moore. And the Caps bring it the other way. A minute to go on the power play. 6:20 to go in the game. Caps with a 5-0 lead.
Castle's offside on the near side as Halpern overhandled the puck at the blue line. 6:17 to go now.
They
and
have,
under a minute, 59 seconds on the power play.
on the Pettinger goal, John, they've added an assist, giving it to Steve Eminger. So it now reads Pettinger from Eminger at 4:19. Eminger with a goal and an assist in the game.
I still thought it was Morrison that chipped the puck away, and Pettinger picked it up, but obviously a difference of opinion, and I'm probably wrong.
No, I don't think you're wrong too often.
It might have been Eminger.
My money's on you.
Usually Morrison's on the ice
You're
because
right.
that was against the Yager line.
My money is on you, big boy. All the way around. Zubris tied up with Nieminen. Kasparaitis hustling over. Clark along the boards gets it back to Brendan Witt. Deflected pass by Ruchin. Ruchin takes over off the boards and into the Cap zone it goes.
Be interesting to see if the Caps make a trade, huh? And move Brendan Witt. He asked for a trade earlier in the season. He said George McPhee said he'd try to accommodate him, but make sure you play hard, and when we get the right deal, we'll do it.
You know, Witt can play, John.
Yeah,
you know, and I don't think as you said, he doesn't want to be on a rebuilding situation anymore. He wants to have a chance to make a run at it.
You know, that was early in the season. Kolzig, you know, he was wondering the same thing about himself. Would he be gone? And Kolzig said, listen, we have a great locker room, a good bunch of kids, and do they work? And we see some good things developing here in Washington. So he's in a frame of mind by saying, you know what, I'm going to stick around here. This is going to be good. And they're rebuilding for long term.
Yeah.
Not just a rebuild fix that may work for a year. It's going to be something where it may work for a number of seasons.
Power play is over. Teams are at full strength. Caps 1 for 6 on the power play in the game. Caps lead 5-0. Work down the boards.
The guys downstairs in the truck, Sam, they have checked it out. It was Morrison that chipped the puck away.
You see? I'm with you, John. Oh, stuffed in, try, miss. That was Ben Clymer, I believe, on the stuffed in try. Here's Sotheby. Well, that line has played a good game, haven't they? Sotheby, Clymer, and Bradley. Done a good job in the game.
Yeah, and with the same two defensemen all night, too, or most of the time anyway, Morrison and Majewski. So it's been a unit of 5 to go against the Nylander line.
Rangers have not been shut out this season. A hip check by Kasparaitis thrown into Graham Mink. 4 minutes to go. Caps have not had a shutout this season. Brian Muir's shot saved with a blocker by Chris Holt. And the puck deflects up into the crowd. Will step out with 3:44 to go. Rangers are on OLN Monday night. We'll be back with you at 8:30 on Wednesday from Chicago. Hyundai Rangers game night at 8 o'clock. Rangers and Blackhawks at 8:30 from United Center. Hope you'll join us. Next night, Thursday night, we'll be in Nashville. Nashville Predators have been outstanding thus far this season as the Rangers play a couple of Western Conference games. They'll go on to St. Louis from Nashville next Saturday night in St. Louis. Busy week for the Rangers. 4 games in 6 nights beginning Monday night. Strudwick. Ruchin off his stick. Better Putin moves it. Namanen for Hossa. Hossa slowed down. And a good job by Eminger. When Eminger lost his stick, Hossa's shot deflects wide. Namanen chases it down.
Penalty upcoming to Washington.
And the whistle stops play. A slashing call. 2:43 to go, and the Rangers get a power play.
Not 100% sure who it is that's going to the box. Try and take a look at it. I think it's Clark, yes. He gets called for the slash. Tied up with Neimanen, so the Rangers have a power play, which is 2:43 to go.
For the Rangers, 0 for 3 on the power play in the game. Nylander, Jágr, Kuka, Roosevelt, and Straka. And the puck is lifted into the crowd.
Penalty.
And that's a penalty.
Yeah.
Rangers will have a 2-man advantage. Shot directly
Wilsey, yeah.
into the crowd from the defensive zone. Brian Wilsey goes off.
It's a long 5-on-3. Olaf Kolzig's going to have to earn a shutout now. 1:53 to go, 5-on-3, and he just simply went to shoot the puck down the ice, got it up too high, and to the penalty box he goes, 5-on-3. So for Ole the goalie, he may get some action now.
And the Rangers go to 5 forwards as Ruchin replaces Roosevelt. 5 forwards on the ice. Caps have Heward, Witt, and Halpern is there. 3 take the puck away and a good clear.
Jamie Heward with a hit on Pruka.
Straka heads up ice. 2:18 to go in the game. 5-0 Washington. Pruka's line pass out of the zone. Clearing attempt hit the linesman. Rangers get a break there. Jágr moves in. Fans have reacted every time Jágr's touched the puck tonight. Straka, Pruka. Pruka plays it back to Straka. Now Pruka off his stick. He's trying to hurry it. Needs to just calm down a little bit. Jágr down low. Nylander. Straka. Jágr. Shot blocked. Good play by Halpern. Good anticipation. Pruka moves to the net. Shoots. Scores. Taylor Pruka. A power play goal. The shutout is ended. And the Rangers will still have a power play down 5-1.
You know, Halpern did a nice job blocking the Jágr shot, and Straka and the Rangers were able to recover, and Pruka really showed some nice hands here. All this does is kill the shutout, but at least it gives Pruka a little bit of confidence. And of course, he didn't over celebrate at all because it's only 1 against the Caps 5 with 1:43 to go in the period, but it's Something important for Peter Pruka to score and get confidence. And the Rangers click 5 on 3.
Pruka's 7th goal of the season, his 4th power play goal. Straka across, Roosevelt shoots and it went wide. Around to Yager. Straka to Roosevelt. Pruka, Straka one-timer high, knocked down, there's a rebound. And the Caps able to clear it out. Minute 10 to go in the game. 5-1 Washington. They will go to 2-1 over the Rangers in the season series. Tough knuckleballer that's knocked away by Kolzig. 1 minute left. 2 wins here in Washington for the Caps over the Rangers. The Rangers winning in a shootout last week. The Caps have been very, very tough on the Rangers. Pruka in the corner. Yager. And it's taken away and cleared by Pettinger.
Damn, I just want to mention this quickly. Oh, here we go. Turnover.
We'll see. Big drive is high and wide off the glass.
During the last TV timeout before all these power plays, Kerry Fraser went up to Colton Orr and had a word with him, the Rangers' newest player, and he's a tough guy. If you start a fight in the last 5 minutes of a game, like Ottawa did last night with Chara gets a 1-game suspension because he was given the instigator within the last 5 minutes.
Right.
And a coach a $10,000 fine. I give Kerry Fraser credit. He went to Colton Orr and talked to him when Colton was on the ice at the end of a shift. And I think said, listen, there was 3:44 left on the clock. Don't do anything that's not smart or you're going to end up having a problem with the league and your coach is going to get a $10,000 fine. Now, I'm guessing that's what he said, but I'm quite sure that's what he said. And I give Kerry Fraser credit for taking care of a player.
Also trying to drive to the net, knocks everybody down. Knocks Kolzig down, knocks the net off as he was off balance. And everybody seems to be okay.
He'll get knocked down here as he drives to the net. It was Eminger who used a cross body block to knock him down.
Also went in hard with the right upper thigh.
Yeah, you're right.
That could be a bit painful.
He's okay. You've got the thigh protectors on there, so the net dislodges. Only 8.2 to go here. 5-1, real solid Washington win, even though the Rangers have outshot Washington 38-23. Most of the shots were after Washington had built up a lead. Full marks to the Capitals for playing an outstanding home game.
Caps beat the Rangers 5-1, led by 2 outstanding players. The youngster, Alex Ovechkin, and the veteran goalie, Ole the goalie. You can see them on home ice in the last 10 against the Rangers. They have dominated. They won 3-2 earlier this season here. Now they win 5-1. A strong effort by the Washington Capitals. It's their first win in the last 6 games, and it ends the Rangers' winning streak at 6.
They play the Rangers tough, don't they? It's all 3 games. They played them very, very tough.
From the opening face-off right to the end.
The Rangers win at home. Washington during regulation was the better team.
The Oppenheimer Team Contributor Award goes to Alex Ovechkin with a goal and 3 assists. Oppenheimer funds the right way to invest. Alex Ovechkin, his first 4-point game in the National Hockey League. And a terrific effort on his part.
The blocked the shot, seems to be okay. He came back from that. Pretty good effort by a kid who just loves to play the game.
Coming up, John Giannone at the MSG Sports Desk with the Ranger wrap-up. The Devils were in a shootout this afternoon at home against the Minnesota Wild. Giants getting ready for the big game against the Cowboys at the Meadowlands tomorrow, and Mike Quick has got the best high school report anywhere. So stay tuned for that and a whole lot more on the MSG Sports Desk with John Giannone coming up next. We'll be right back right after this. Complete wrap-up of the day in sports coming up with John Giannone at the MSG Sports Desk, presented by Toyota. Ranger wrap-up, NHL scores and highlights, Giants getting ready for the Cowboys, Mike Quick in the high school report, Army, Navy's got it all. Stay tuned for John Giannone at the Sports Desk. The goal of the game is brought to you by Bud Light. Smooth and refreshing Bud Light, great taste, great times. How about this young great player? He's going to be great, Alex Ovechkin.
And Niemanen turned it over. Then Niemanen missed the puck with his left hand. Ovechkin jumped on it. It was the only shot he had in the first period. He knocked it off the goal post, gave Washington the 1-0 lead, and got them rolling on home ice.
From the first shift, Washington was strong, and they went on to win it 5-1. Rangers' winning streak is over at 6. Rangers at home Monday night. That'll be on OLN against Minnesota. We'll be back with you Wednesday night on FSN at 8 o'clock, and then the Rangers and the Blackhawks. MSG Sports Desk is coming up next. Stay tuned for that. The complete wrap-up of the day in sports. And don't forget the Boomer Esiason Show coming up at 10 p.m. Our producer, Joe Whalen, Director Bob Lewis, Associate Director Jeff Strauss, our graphics coordinator, Steve Wojo Napolitani. For JD, this is Sam Rosen. So long, everyone.